FFA, good morning. Hey, it's time to jumpstart this week, and we're going to dive into the secret that most agents do not know. So this is a secret that's going to make you successful as an agent. It's going to make you thrive. It's going to make you make more money than you've ever made before. It's going to make you feel fulfilled. It's going to make you feel energetic, happy, excited to kick off every day. And if you feel like you've been missing all of those things, this secret will honestly change your life. I'll jump into it in a minute, but shout out to you guys for everybody that went big last week. Make sure you go to WhatsApp and you peep the leaderboard that we will drop for you guys here shortly today. Check out where you stand amongst the other agents, have some healthy competition going into this week, and let's make a pact that we're running towards a new record week, right? We don't have time to backtrack this year. You don't have time to let up. It's the fourth quarter of the year, and it's time to make some things happen. So jumping into today's call, let's talk about the verse of the day first. All right. It's in Proverbs, and it goes right along with today's call. And that verse is, "For as he thinks in his heart, so is he." Very simple verse. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. And that is our secret for you guys that most agents do not know. What you feel like is going to happen is going to happen. Your perception becomes your reality in this business. All right. So let's dive into it a little bit. Let's break it down for you. All right. On this call, the secret between you winning and you losing every single day is, what do you want your reality to be for that day? You guys, there's two types of agents. All right. And really, this isn't just for insurance agents. There's really two types of people out there. There's the person that wakes up every day expecting great things to happen for them. They know that with their preparation, their faith, their mindset, their attitude, good things are bound to happen to them today. Then there's the person that wakes up like a victim, right? Everything is against them. The world hates them. Bad things are coming. The doomsday prepper, right? The pessimistic attitude, everything happens to me instead of for me type attitude. And guys, those two different people get to live life in two very different ways. And let's tie that into you as an agent. Two types of agents, right? There's the agent that wakes up every day knowing that they're prepared, they're equipped, they're excited, right? And they're bound to make something great happen. They're bound to make a sale today. They're hungry for that. They're expecting great things to happen. They're expecting their leads to answer the door, to be at home. They're expecting to get in 3, 4, 5 presentations in a day, right? They're expecting those things to happen. And then there's the agent who looks at their leads and they think, man, these leads suck. They're old, they're digital, person probably didn't even fill it out, right? They're so-and-so's 85 years old. I'm not going to be able to help that person. This one's 30 minutes away. I'm not even going to bother driving to it. There's the person the agent that's expecting to show up at the door and get told no all day long. The person that's expecting to not be able to close them in the house, right? Guys, which agent are you? That's my question for you on today's call. Which one are you? Because what you think is going to happen today is going to happen. All right. I don't know what it is. I really believe it's a psychological, almost like just faith-driven reality that what you have in your brain becomes your reality for that day. Right. And I think it's a lot. I think it has a lot to do, well, pretty much everything to do with God knows your internal thoughts. He knows what you're thinking about, right? And he instructs us in that good book to do everything with a good attitude, without groaning, without, whatever you want to do, without moaning about it, complaining about it. Work as if you're working for him. And I think that he can see inside your heart, inside your brain. And when you are the second type of person, right? Pessimistic, this isn't going to work. These leads are horrible. So many people aren't going to be at home today, right? Whatever. That's your reality. That's what's going to happen. He's going to give you what you are thinking about. And on the opposite side of that, when you look at those leads and you're like, dang, I got 50 leads today, right? I'm going to at least close 5 of them. And you have a good attitude, right? I've got 50 leads. I know half aren't going to be at home today. I'm going to door knock 20 people. 10 of them might tell me no, but I'm going to get 10 presentations in today and probably close 5. Guys, that's an exciting way to think, right? I think he rewards you for thinking that way. So what's the secret that most agents don't know, guys? It's really simple. What you feel like is going to happen in your brain is what you're going to make happen today, this week, this entire year. And you get to pick that. If you go out there with a good attitude, you're energetic, you're excited, you're ready to tackle every single lead, you're expecting to have a big day, you're going to have one. But on the opposite side of that, guys, if you want to find a way to lose, then you're going to lose today. You get to pick. You can either find a way to win or you can find a way to lose. It's funny when we do coaching calls, guys, and I'm coaching some of you. I coach some of you and you're so positive, right? You're like, this is what I know I'm doing wrong. This is what I know I need to do right. This is what went good, bad. And I can tell that you're constructively trying and wanting to get better. But if I do some coaches, not with a lot of people, but there's a few, all right, that I do some coaching calls with, and it's just everything doesn't work, right? If this solution doesn't work because XYZ is going to happen. This one doesn't work because so-and-so said this. This lead doesn't work. We'll go buy this lead. No, that one doesn't work either, right? Guys, that type of attitude will make you fail every single day, and not just fail. It's going to make you miserable, all right, in your head. And I want you to be excited. I want you to be happy. I want you to win. And the only way to win is to have the right mindset and to understand that secret. Okay. What you feel like is going to happen is going to become your reality. I've seen it hundreds of times with agents. I've seen agents that have the reality of they're going to do big things this year. This is why, and boom, they make it happen. Then I see agents who just, everything's just tough, right? Everything happens. Everything's victim type mentality. And they struggle all year long because of that. It's not the leads. It's not the clients. It's not people not being, it's your attitude. You aren't expecting great things to happen for you. So they're never going to happen, right? So guys, you have to protect your mindset. You got to protect your attitude. You got to understand that if you want to win, God created you in an amazing way. He's given us abilities that we don't even understand. Your body's capable of things that you've never even unlocked before. And one of those things is being able to turn your perception into reality. If you think of a certain thing, your brain, your body, your habits will naturally lead you to achieving that goal. It might not happen overnight, but it will happen over time. And it's interesting, guys. When you look at your life, you can probably pick out specific times where you've thought each way. You might have had a specific moment in your life where you were thinking the optimistic way and great things happen for you, right? You hit that goal. Or you might think of certain times in your life where maybe you were thinking the negative way, and that led you into putting yourself in a hole. And you can see this secret right in your own life with your own experiences. So why not move forward knowing you're going to win, knowing you're going to have a big day, knowing you're going to have a big week. Okay. What you feel like is going to happen to you today is what's going to happen. So if you go out there expecting to win, expecting to have a big day, expecting that those leads are going to answer the door for you, they're going to let you in, that's what's going to happen. But if you go out there today and you think, these leads are bad, I'm not going to get a lot out of this, blah, 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 your body, your mind will naturally lead you in that direction. So you got to be careful, guys. You get to pick which direction you go. God's given us a great thing. It's called free will. You get to do whatever you want to today, right? And you get to pick option A or option B. Which one are you going to pick? All right, now I'm going to do a little bit deeper dive for you, right? Because that all sounds good, but hey, it's a little bit hard. Maybe you're the agent right now that you're kind of stuck in that second type of personality. I'm going to talk to you because I don't need to talk to the agents that are in the first type because they're already winning. They're already doing big things. Let me talk to the agents, the select few who might find themselves not knowing how do you break that bad habit? How do you actually start thinking of ways to win versus thinking of ways to lose? All right. Number one, guys, look at other people's success and then understand if you do what they do, you're going to get the result that they get, right? Want to give KZ a shout out. KZ, I think last week, right? Multiple days a week by like 1 or 2 o'clock, she was posting that she was already in her second or third presentation for the day. Go back and look at the habits, the things that she had done in WhatsApp leading up to those presentations, right? I saw selfie pictures of her getting ready for the day, getting excited. I saw pictures of her new direct mail leads getting out there. I seen notes, right? Preparation. Copy her, right, guys? She's the #1 agent so far year to date. There's a reason why, right? There's a reason for that. If other people are having success and you want to become that agent that's going to find a way to win versus finding a way to lose, copy what they're doing. It's going to work for you just like it worked for them. All right. There's no reason if my buddy Jack, right, is, I don't know, super successful in the gym, right? Ripped, not an ounce of fat on him. Well, if I go ask Jack, hey, how do you work out and what do you eat every day? And he tells me, and then I do that. Eventually, I'm not going to wake up tomorrow, but eventually, if I do that every day consistently, I'm going to look like Jack. I'm going to have this. There's no reason that I wouldn't, right? Don't limit yourself, guys. Look into WhatsApp. Look at the top agents. They're winning for a reason. All you got to do is do what they're doing, right? That's it. So that's number one. If you're an agent who's kind of stuck in that, pessimistic attitude, thinking everything's going to not happen for you, all you have to do is look at what leading agents are doing and copy them. And you're going to get the same exact results. All right. I promise you, if you do what they do, you will get results like they get, right? If you want to be a top agent like Jody, shout out to Jody posting sales all throughout the day, all throughout the night, every single day in the top 3 so far year to date. Just do what she does, right? Work the schedule she works, work the leads that she works, have the same attitude that she has, and you're going to have that happen to you. So that's number one. Number two, all right, you have to want more for yourself. Okay, guys, the reason that an agent thinks great things are going to happen to them is because they know that result is going to get them to achieve a future goal. If you don't have a future goal, you have no reason to be optimistic. You have no reason to think good things are coming your way. All right. So the lack of that future goal is probably why you have no drive. You have no motivation. You have no excitement going into your days. What's your goal? Like, what do you want for yourself? Figure out what that is and your brain will naturally start making you do activity and things and having the right attitude to achieve that goal. That's how God has programmed us. He gives us an objective, what he wants for our life, and then we naturally will find a way to make that happen. All right. And you have to think about that. What do you think he wants for your life? What do you want for your life? Maybe it's to get completely out of debt by the end of this year. Maybe it's to be the top agent at the end of this year. Maybe it's to hit the Scotland trip, whatever the goal is. If you have that on your mind, you will naturally fight and figure out a way to make it happen. But if you're not thinking of those things, if you have no objective, you're just going to wander around forever, never really being fulfilled and never really finding success, just kind of finding a way to stay stuck in the same spot that you're always going to be in. So number 2 is pick that goal. And then number 3, before we wrap up this call, okay, guys, is to understand that you were wired to be an impactful person, right? What do I mean by that? You weren't wired to be a sheep. You weren't wired to just follow in the pack and have no impact on other people. You were wired to actually impact other people. And once you realize that, you're going to start doing things, acting a certain way. You're going to start having different goals for yourself that are going to force you to continuously find ways to impact people and not to lose. So how do you impact people? Guys, the clients that you write every single day, you may not realize it, but you're significantly changing their family's future. All right, think about it. Think about the clients that you wrote last week. At some point in time, that person is going to pass away. And in some point in time, you're giving that beneficiary a check of a financial amount that is the only good thing at the worst time of their life that may just keep the roof over their head. It may just give them the opportunity to bury their loved one really how they wanted to celebrate that life that they would have never gotten had you not been optimistic, knocked on the door, and been expecting that client to let you in and close a deal. You're actually hurting people by being negative, by thinking leads are bad or whatever, because you're not impacting them. So when you realize this, that you were actually called to impact other people, it's going to force you to go out and win every single day. Guys, you have a huge opportunity here to impact clients, their beneficiaries, to impact future agents by teaching them to do what you do and building your team, building your agency up. The more you impact, the more you're going to be rewarded. All right. The more you're going to feel fulfilled, the more financial gain you're going to see, the less stress you're going to have in your life. Right. But you have to identify that truth that God created you to impact other people. He didn't give you your story or your life so that you could just keep it to yourself and not use it to help anybody else, right? Things have happened to you in your life that are happening to other people right now. And you might be the link that he's using to change that person's life, like somebody here changed your life. So I want you guys to think about that. Think about what you were doing for work before this job, before FFA. Think about whoever introduced you to this opportunity, what you've then since done since then, getting to set your own schedule, getting to write your own paycheck every day, getting to work when you want to work. Think about your life story and how many other people are where you were at, and you could impact them the way you've been impacted. Impacting other people is a great way to feel energized every single morning, to be able to go out there, hustle, and know that great things are going to happen for you. But guys, those are the 3 ways, right? If you're stuck in a hole right now as an agent and you're trying to get out of that attitude, you're trying to be optimistic, energetic, excited, ready to attack every day, those are the 3 things that you got to realize and that you got to focus. That's all I've got for you guys on today's call. Let's go have a big day out there. I want to see you guys in WhatsApp. Let's get that participation rolling, and we will be back here on Wednesday.